I'd like to introduce Patricia from Scotland, who takes LDN for multiple sclerosis. Thank you for joining me, Patricia.
You're welcome, thank you.
Could you tell me how old you were when you first started to notice MS symptoms?
27.
And what symptoms were you experiencing at that time?
Numbness in various parts of my body, loss of balance. Those were the two main ones.
And how long did it take you to get diagnosed?
The consultant that I saw suspected that it was MS, but I wasn't 100% diagnosed, and he said we would just need to wait and see what happens. It's relapsing remitting MS, so I did present with those symptoms maybe once or twice a year, and then they would clear up, and I didn't go back and see a doctor because I'm a qualified nurse, so I sort of knew how to look after myself, and if it got more serious then I certainly would have seen. So it really took me about 30 years until I had an MRI scan and was diagnosed 100% that it was relapsing remitting MS.
And what symptoms were you experiencing before you found LDN?
I had a very, very bad relapse in 2009, and it was the worst relapse I'd ever had. I wasn't able to walk. I thought I was going to be wheelchair bound, so I wasn't able to walk. I had loss of mobility. I had very bad balance problems. I had numbness down all one side. It was really, really bad, and I had to give up my work. I'd been nursing all through my MS, but at that stage I had to stop working completely.
And how did you hear about LDN?
Well, my husband has a degree in chemistry, and of course I have a degree as well in nursing, so we both wanted to explore things. We went online. My neurologist that I saw wanted to start me on one of the disease-modifying drugs, and I just didn't want to be near those. I knew all about them, and my husband read all about them, and I just didn't want to go near them at all, and that was all that was being offered to me. So we explored everything ourselves, and we came up with the website for LDN. We read all that and thought I'd like to give this a try. So I got in touch with Linda Elsegood, and we had a nice long chat, and it was very reassuring, so decided we'd give this a try. What did I have to lose? I could stop any time, but I've kept going with it.
And how long have you been taking it now?
Since 2009, 3 years.
Oh, right, that's good. And how would you say your life has changed?
Fantastically, absolutely wonderful. I have not, since 2009, since that bad relapse, I have not had any relapses at all, nothing near it. And I'm just getting ready, as we're speaking just now, to go out cycling. We do a 7-mile cycle every day, weather permitting, of course. But my life is fantastic in LDN.
And what would you say to other people who are thinking of trying LDN?
Well, I've spoken to a lot of people because I go for hyperbaric oxygen once a week, and new people that I meet at the hyperbaric oxygen ask me if I'm on a disease-modifying drug, if I'm on something like beta-interferon, and I say no, I'm on LDN, and I talk to them about it, and I've taken in lots of information to them about LDN, and I've said to them to have a read at everything and try it instead of being on the disease-modifying drug, and they can stop at any time, but give it a try. And I would recommend it 100%. It's been fantastic for me, and I just hope that all the other people that I speak to would be just as good for them. I know the drugs that they are on is not doing them any good. They're having most horrible side effects from Copaxone and beta interferon, most horrible side effects, and they're still having relapses. I know there's nothing can cure MS at the moment, but if I can stop having relapses, that would be fantastic, and that's what appears to be happening.
Could we just have a summary of what symptoms LDN has helped with? Well,
they've helped with any relapses. It would appear that since I've started taking LDN, I haven't had any relapses. So a relapse can present itself in any guise at all. Loss of balance, numbness, just horrible symptoms. So I never really know what a relapse is going to present with. So LDN appears to have stopped relapses because I haven't had any in 3 years.
And do you have any MS symptoms at all now?
I have some slight loss of balance, but as I say, I'm just going to go on my bike just now and cycle 7 miles, so it's not too bad.
Well, that can't be bad at all, can it? Well, thank you very much, Patricia, for sharing your story with us.
You're welcome, and keep going with the good work. Fantastic.